This is a dope sculpture that was sculpted by William Tucker, who was born in Cairo, Egypt in 1935. It's called Aranos, and it was sculpted out of bronze in 1985. So this is a really dope sculpture right here on the campus of UNL. Let's go. Shout out to William Tucker. And another one. This your boy P9, and I am here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Lincoln, Nebraska is the state capital and the second most populated city in the state. And particularly I'm right here at Haymarket Farmers Square. So a lot of warehouses and different things like that. And a lot of these warehouses right here in Haymarket Square, you know, former mercantile buildings and things of that nature are now occupied by a slew of restaurants and bars. First, and I'm gonna make my way back down 8th Street. But Lincoln is the county seat of Lancaster County, and the city itself covers about 100 square miles. And just to give a little background of Lincoln, it was named after Abraham Lincoln, the first black president, and I stand by that, first black president of the United States of America. I'm just joking, guys, or am I? But yes, it was named after Abraham Lincoln. And before Lincoln was the capital of Nebraska, Omaha was the capital. So after Lincoln was established in 1856 as the village of Lancaster, it wasn't until about 13 years after where the city of Lincoln, when it was renamed in 1869, it became the state capital that same year. Hey, look at this statue right here. And this building right here looks to be like an old railroad station. It's called Lincoln Station. It's also known as Haymarket Station because there was also another station in the city of Nebraska called Lincoln Station. So this building actually houses the Amtrak. The Amtrak runs through Lincoln and is served by the California Zephyr line of the Amtrak, which operates between Chicago and the San Francisco Bay Area. So Lincoln is one of the major stops. Also, alongside with Omaha is one of the major stops on the California Zephyr line. But this is a very historic building. And this was opened actually in 2012. But a lot of nice historical buildings over here in Lincoln, in Haymarket Square, to be exact. And in the same year that Lincoln became the capital of Nebraska, the University of Nebraska was also established that same year. And check this out. This is called the Iron Horse Park. Bill Harris Iron Horse Park. It was named after Mayor Bill Harris. And there goes a quote from Abraham Lincoln. This area can be developed into a wonderful place to gather and a real asset for Lincoln. And that was quoted in 1987. So actually it was a quote from Mayor Bill Harris. And Bill Harris served as Lincoln's 46th mayor between 1987 and 1991 and was a pioneer in promoting development of the historic Haymarket district as a vibrant retail and entertainment area. So I like how they take these historical areas that used to be warehouses and industrial districts, and they convert these buildings and designate it as an entertainment district. I think that's really cool. I'm right over here in the Bill Harris Park. Yo, and check that out. I see this water coming out this thing right here. Now I take it that this particular structure collects rainwater and dispenses it out this spout. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And here goes the railroad cars of the Burlington route. The Burlington route of the B&N, Union Pacific Railroad. Iron Horse Legacy. So this is an engraving of the Nebraska landscape between 1871 and 1872. And this engraving was completed in 1990. And it was completed by J. Chichetter. I don't know if I pronounced that right or not. Yankee Hill Brick. But a really cool thing done right there. Nice engraving. Let me continue down Haymarket Square. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. It looks like a rail sculpture made out of iron. Iron sculpture of a train. And there goes a clock right here. home of Melody is Better Coffee. So it's a brewery. Okay, I see what this is. This building right here is the Law Building Annex Coffee and Spice, built in 1906 as an annex to the Law Building. The Coffee and Spice Building derived its name from the coffee and roasting plant of the Lauco's Melody brand, which is housed in this building. This building was one of several warehouses on the west side of 8th Street that was served by rail spurs on both the east and west sides. Okay. So it's a coffee building. HP Law Company, wholesale grocers and coffee roasters. Interesting. And see, they had a lot of buildings like this, again, during the 1800s, late 1800s, early 1900s. A lot of these areas were, you know, aside it being a place where there was a lot of warehouses, they also had grocers that sold groceries here in this area. So there goes more of those buildings right here. Screamers Dining and Cabaret Family Restaurant. Okay. Haymarket Square, really nice, really good way to start this video. Barry's Bar. Budweiser supports Nebraska. So the locals they take pride in their Nebraska Cornhuskers sports teams here. Getting ready to walk down P Street. I'm gonna put a 9 behind that. See if I can get approval. Well, first I got to get approval from the city council to put a 9 behind that P, and rename this P9 Street. And it just so happens that this intersection is P Street in North 9th Street. So it's P Street and North 9th Street. Put that together, you get P9. Why not? So, as I mentioned before, Lincoln is home to the University of Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers. So, aside from being the state capital and a major city in Nebraska, Lincoln is essentially a college town as well. As you can see right here, this building is called the Grand Hall, or Grand Manse, whichever one you want to call it. So a lot of the Plains Indians occupied this area before the settlers expanded westward. So a lot of these areas were prairies and they were inundated with buffalo grass. So if you've ever been to the Midwest, you see that a lot of the landscape here is a bunch of prairies and flat land. So unfortunately, the Midwest is tornado prone because of all the flat land and lack of elevation. I'm in the area now called Marketplace, which is in the heart of downtown Lincoln. Embassy Suites right here, so you know there has to be an Embassy Suites in a major city like Lincoln. Goes a Lincoln City bus. And just pulled up. Pinnacle Hotel. I hear what sounds like a band playing. Okay, they have a modern movie theater right here on P Street. There it is, the Grand Theater downtown. So you don't even have to go out to the suburbs of Lincoln to take in a good movie. You can come right here downtown. Nothing wrong with kicking it out in the burbs, but you know, if you live near downtown, it's really convenient. And if you're a movie fan, it's really convenient just to come right down here. The name of this joint is Alumni Hall. This sells a bunch of Nebraska Cornhusker gear. You know how that go. You know, every college town with a major college team, such as the Nebraska Cornhuskers, has a store that that's themed around the particular team. Peep this. This is also a pretty cool little sculpture right here. I believe the University of Nebraska campus is nearby as well, close by. So what I just noticed is I'm walking down P Street, but a lot of the streets they're either numbered streets or lettered streets. So that's pretty much kind of like the street grid right here in Lincoln. Approaching 13th Street, still walking down P Street, and right here is a theater called the Rococo Theater. So that's more of kind of like an old school theater, not the modern first run movie theater, but this is more like the old school theater right there. Again, it's called the Rococo Theater. Check this sculpture out right here. And here goes another sculpture by June Kaneko. June Kaneko had a sculpture in Omaha, as you saw in my Omaha vlog. It was of that face And this one right here, Lincoln, is called the Ascent or Ascent. And it was sculpted in 2014. So shout out to Jun Kaneko. And it's this extremely tall sculpture. So that's really dope. What do you know? They have a Buffalo Wild Wings. A Buffalo Wild Wings right here downtown. You know this is a true college town. You know you're a real college town if you have a bunch of Starbucks and if you have a Buffalo Wild Wings downtown. They also have a Raising Cane's chicken finger spot downtown. Getting ready to walk down 14th Street. So a few mom and pop stores over here on 14th Street. There's a bookstore over there as well. Gourmet Grill. Couple of taller buildings right over there. It's not really any skyscrapers in Lincoln. Luke Lavender's log cabin, built in 1864, the year of the founding of the village of Lancaster. The foundation pier under the column upon which its tablet is placed rests over the dug well that stood before the door of the cabin. So there was a log cabin that was actually erected around on this site. Again, Lincoln, before it became Lincoln, it was founded and established as Lancaster, the village of Lancaster. This is the Nebraska State Office building right here on Centennial Mall. Food truck right here, muchachos. This here is a Centennial Mall, and I believe this leads down to the state capitol. Or the state capitol building. Generally, the grounds leading up to the state capitol building usually has a lot of cool monuments. So I'm gonna go check this one out over here. This is a statue of, who is this? I believe it's Susan LaFleur Picotte, if I'm not mistaken. But it's quoted as saying, "I shall always fight good and hard, even if I have to fight alone." I know that's right. And those are words to live by. That's how it has to be sometimes. And that's her right here. Like she has a purse in her hand or a lunch pail or something. But that was Susan LaFleur Picotte. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, but nice sculpture nevertheless. And on this Centennial Mall, they have engraved in the ground a bunch of stones with different counties on them. The Temple of the Ancient and Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. So this is a Freemasonry building right here. Scottish Temple. Okay. Tell me that ain't the Capitol building. That's the Capitol building right there. Wow. That is a very unique looking Capitol building. I believe that is the Capitol building. Yeah. Yes, it is. Indeed it is. I just confirmed it. This is a Nebraska State Capitol building. This is the reason why I find it hard to believe, because this is the first time I've seen a state capitol building that didn't have a dome structure on the top, or at least that, you know, that was a tower. You know, it's essentially a tower, man. But yep, this is the state capitol building. But before I go in that Capitol building, go up those stairs Rocky style, I'm gonna check out this waterfall right here, or this fountain rather. This is called the Capitol Fountain. Makes for a really nice establishing shot for a movie. I'm gonna walk up these steps. Now this building is made out of Indiana limestone, and it was constructed between 1922 and 1932, so within a 10-year time frame. And this tower is so tall, get this tower is so tall that it could be spotted 20 miles away. And it was the first state capitol to incorporate a functional tower into its design. I thought so, because I've never seen a tower function as a state capitol. And this is also the first state capitol, by the way, that I've logged in on this particular Midwest city tour. And there goes a sculpture of a bison in beauty. I walk with beauty before me. I walk with beauty behind me. I walk with beauty above and about me. I walk. Okay. There you have it. So again, it's the Nebraska State Capitol building, and it has a 437-foot square base, and it's anchored by a 3-story 437-foot square base. So of course, as every other Capitol building, it functions as the office of the governor of Nebraska, the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeals, and the Nebraska legislature. So this building was constructed before there was even a Lincoln, Nebraska. You know, back during that time, it was the Nebraska territory. So there you have it, Nebraska State Capitol building. I'm over here in front of the Robert Denny Federal Building and U.S. Courthouse right here. I'm getting ready to cross the street. And right here is the Nebraska History Museum. So within this museum right here is literally a bunch of artifacts and trinkets and souvenirs, as well as exhibits pertaining to the history of the state of Nebraska. $5 admission for adults, $3 admission for children. So not bad, you know. If you're in the museums, come check out Nebraska's History Museum. They also have a children's museum over here as I get ready to cross over onto P Street. So that's back on my street again. There goes the Lincoln's Children's Museum. Let me get a closer up to it. Yep, this is Nebraska's Children's Museum right here, or Lincoln Children's Museum. I like this sculpture right here. Called Join the Parade by Jane A. Rankin, given by Bud and D. Tenney. that's dope. That's dope. And it's right out here adjacent to the Lincoln Children's Museum. I'm getting ready to walk on the campus of the University of Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers. And right here, this building right here is the College of Journalism and Mass Communication. Right up my alley. Check out this statue right here. This is a sculpture of Machu Nasi Chief Standing Bear, and this is a nice sculpture right here. And this man has a tomahawk in his hand. And this sculpture was sculpted by Benjamin Victor in 2017. So shout out Benjamin Victor. And my hand is not on the color of yours, but if I pierce it, I shall feel pain. If you pierce your hand, you will also feel pain. The blood that will flow from mine will be of the same color as yours. The same God made us both. I am a man. Facts. Facts. No matter what ethnicity you are, we are all from the Most High, you know, from God. So that was a really nice message, you know. Nice sculpture. I love to see those sculptures, especially of the native Indians, or the native and the Native Americans, rather. I think that's more of the appropriate term. That's the building of admissions for UNL, right over there. So again, University of Nebraska at Lincoln was founded in 1869, the same year that Lincoln was renamed. Remember, Lincoln was originally the village of Lancaster, but it was renamed to Lincoln in 1869. So that was the same year that the University of Nebraska was established. And they also have a museum right here, straight ahead, the Nebraska State Historical Society. Here it is. And there you go. You can see that towered state capitol from this area, from this angle. And by the way, leading up to it, that stretch of that strip leading up to the state capitol is called the Nebraska Centennial Mall. The Nebraska State Historical Society in 1878, public-spirited citizens led by former Governor Robert Furnace organized the Nebraska State Historical Society. The legislature designated the society as a state institute in 1883 and began providing financial support. So that's just a good way of maintaining the history associated with the state of Nebraska. And there's the other 49 states also have their own state historical societies. So there you have it. And over here across the street are the frat houses, and I'm pretty sure sorority houses as well. There goes the logo, the University of Nebraska. There's no place like Nebraska. Okay. How about them those Huskers? Go Big Red. So it's a pretty nice warm day to be walking around for sure. A little wind in the air to kind of balance it out. There goes the Catholic Church right over there. And the University Lutheran Chapel. Nebraska Union. And this is Memorial Plaza right here. So it's where a lot of the activities go on right here on the college campus of Nebraska. Guy playing the guitar over here. This is nice. It's like something floating around in there. I don't know if it's a bag or I don't know what that is. Some type of device floating around. This is Nebraska Union. It's a really nice building. It has the campus store in there, as well as some restaurants and hangout spots for the college students. Then I rolled the dice for a better life, and I stepped out in the... I say I look young enough to blend in with the college students, with the college crew. You know what I'm saying? They even have hammocks over here. Yeah, they got all that money. No wonder these college tuitions be so high. I better have a pristine campus like this if I'm paying in upwards of 10 to 20 grand a year. But this is the Selleck Quadrangle, so just a lot of the college students coming together and being college students, having fun, playing football. pickleball, all type of stuff. So it's an academic and residential center. Just wanted to give you a little sneak peek of the Nebraska campus. Now moving on to the stadium. Still part of the campus of Van Brunt Visitor Center. So check out this building right here. So bus stop right here. And check out that sculpture right there. This is called the Madden Garden. So spelled the exact same way as the legendary John Madden. Yeah, this nice sculpture right over here was by Klaus Oldenburg and Kuje van Bruggen. One from Oldenburg is from Sweden and Van Bruggen is from the Netherlands, and it's called Torn Notebook, and it's a stainless steel sculpture sculpted in 1992 and fabricated in 1996. This is the live center for the performing arts over here. So you do have your performing arts venue right over there. And this is the Great Plains Art Museum right over here. And check out these sculptures. It's a Native American young girl right here holding up the American flag. And this is a sculpture right here of a young lady with a little paddle wheel or whatever that is. But it's a nice sculpture collection right outside the Great Plains Art Museum. And it's interesting because the University of Nebraska has a program of study called the Great Plains Study. So that's actually a major. And look at this right here. This is on the train of discovery, commemorating the journey of Lewis and Clark between 1804 and 1806, and this was sculpted by George Lundeen in 2004. So shout out to George Lundeen. This is really a dope sculpture right here. Just west of Haymarket Park District of Lincoln, Nebraska, here is the Pinnacle Bank Arena, and this was constructed in 2011 but opened in 2013, and it is nicknamed the Vault, and it is home to the Nebraska's men and women's basketball program. So here it is. And see this nice sculpture right here. It's called Harvest, and it was sculpted by artist Ed Carpenter. So shout out to Ed Carpenter for giving us this beautiful stainless steel sculpture right here in front of the Pinnacle Bank Arena. And let me get a little bit closer up. Looks like they have a walkway right over here. And there goes the Cornhuskers shop. So this arena has been here for just over 10 years. So it's a nice sculpture. or a nice arena right over here in the West Haymarket district. So if you ever want to check out a Cornhuskers game on the basketball side, whether it be men or women, you would come here and get your tickets and check out a game right here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. And last but not least, I'm outside the Memorial Stadium right here on the campus of University of Nebraska. And Memorial Stadium is home to the legendary Nebraska Cornhuskers football team. This stadium was constructed in 1923. And here's a statue sculpture by Fred Hope in 1997. This sculpted by Fred Hope in 1997. It's just Nebraska football players converging on what looks like the quarterback. So it's just a series of positions, and it commemorates the national championships won in 1970, 1971, 94, and 95. So the Nebraska football program has won 4 national titles in its history. End of the year, they won the national title. They won back-to-back national titles in 1970 and 1971. The football program at that time was coached by Bob Devaney, and the offensive coordinator was Tom Osborne. And Tom Osborne would eventually become the head coach of Nebraska, and he would coach Nebraska from 1973 to 1997. And it was there where he won 3 national titles for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, all in the 1990s. He won 12 Big 8 titles as well, and 1 Big 12 title. And here's the front of the stadium. And this sculpture right here, I'm not sure who this is. It might be Coach Osborne, I'm not sure, but it's a head coach nevertheless. He's holding a clipboard, and it's just a timeline of Memorial Stadium from the time it was built in 1923. And this was the early stages of it. This is when it was first built. This was shortly after it was completed in 1930. And this is in 1950 in a packed house. So that's pretty cool. Memorial Stadium's history dates back nearly 90 years. The historic stadium has been home of the Huskers since 1923, and it continues to grow along with the rich Cornhusker tradition. It was named Memorial Stadium to honor all Nebraskans who have served our country, including veterans from the Civil and Spanish-American Wars, and the 751 Nebraskans who died in World War I. So, of course, there was a lot of people who lost their lives in those wars in the 1940s and 50s. And here's more of the timeline of Nebraska Cornhuskers and their time here at Memorial Stadium. And their first night football game came in 1986 against Florida State. And they've been playing on AstroTurf since 1970. And it was, and of course they were adding new parts to the stadium. So in 1964, they installed the south end zone section, and they installed the center and north end zone as well a year later. So I like the fact that they give the history and different pictures that accommodate the years. And this is just the dates where they had record-selling sellouts. October 62, November 62, September 09, and November 2010. So they had a consecutive home sellout streak to 311. Wow. Well, of course, Nebraska is they have for a very long time been a very historical football program. There's one more thing I want to check out before we close this thing out. And it's this facility right here. It's called the Osborne Legacy Complex. We're gonna get closer up on it. So this is literally a complex of different achievements, and it was named after, of course, the legendary head coach Tom Osborne, who stands right here with his quarterback, what looks like. And they're doing, it's like some renovations being done in here, I believe. I see a couple of construction workers, but in there they have like a jumbotron of all the achievements, so you can see all-time wins, and you can see all the major programs that it's in company with, including UGA, Alabama, Ohio State, OU, and Texas, just to name a few. And also they have like a series of trophies in there, so it's essentially a museum. Let me see if it's open. Yep, there it is right there. Just wanted to get a sneak peek of it. I'm not gonna go in there, and because they're currently working, so I don't want to disturb the working progress, but you guys get the picture. They have a little chill area out here, little seating area. And there's one more thing I want to check out before I wrap this video up. For those that are still riding with me on this video, thanks a lot. If you like this video, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as well. And this is just this is called the Cornhusker Walk of Fame. It's just a series of sporting events and different sports teams here at the University of Nebraska. Here you have the men track and field in 1898. So it's just a slew of accomplishments. And check this out. These are all the athletes throughout the history of the University of Nebraska athletics programs. This is all of the Hall of Fame, or at least it's the inaugural class of 2015. So here you have them etched over here. Of course, this just gives a rundown of history of the University of Nebraska Department of Athletics, and it just gives a history of when the university itself was chartered and its status as a land-grant university during that time under the Morrill Act of 1862. So there's a lot to read here. So it's different classes. You have 2016, 2017. You have the women's cross country, who did their thing under the tutelage of Coach Jay Dirksen, who won 5 big conference titles in 85, 88, 89, 91, and 93. and he was the head coach of the women's cross country in 1975. So it's just an array of athletic programs and their history: softball, baseball, of course football, volleyball, and soccer. And of course, Nebraska football, it competed in its first official varsity season in 1890 under the direction of Dr. Langdon Frothingham, finishing as one of 2 unbeaten and unscored upon teams in school history. 2 years later, George Flippin was the first African-American student athlete at Nebraska, and Nebraska won its first conference championship in 1907, claiming the inaugural Missouri Valley title. And Bob Delaney became the head coach of the Cornhuskers in 1962, and Nebraska's nation-leading sellout streak began. Wow. So this is a very storied football program here at the University of Nebraska. And again, they have 5 national titles: 1970, 71, 94, 95, and 97. And they have a ton of conference titles dating back to 1907, and most recently in 1999. And they have a whole bunch of national top 25 finishes throughout its course too. So the most recent top 25 finish was back in 2012, so it has been a while. But nevertheless, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, they have a proud tradition in football and other sports as well. With that in mind, guys, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. And until next time, I am out. I'm moving on to the next destination. Peace.